Ton. Can you not? Hello and welcome back to Actually Let's Talk About It with me, your host Lily, and today, y'all, I will be reacting to Only Friends episode 2. Episode 1 gave us such character background, but y'all, I have been on the TikToks, on the Twitters, after I watched episode 1, and I rewatched episode 1, and I'm like, Mew is suspicious. Mew is suspicious because we're getting everything in his point of view about every character. And I'm like, Mew as a person is so suspicious because why, if you're such a good person, are you trying to be with Top, knowing that Top most definitely has a history with Boston, aka Ton, but you still, and he's been with a lot of people, okay, like he's known for that, and he's known for having like a conquest kind of a thing. That's his thing. I don't want to say that's his kink, but that the shoe fits. And I'm like, so Mew is looking very suspicious. I think out of all the red flags in this series, Mew might just prove to be the biggest one. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Because Top is at least honest about who he is and what he likes to do and how he treats people. Ton is honest about who he is. Ray, honest about who he is. Not so honest about the fact that he has a crush on Mew, but we'll get to that later. Okay, Sand, honest about who he is. Everybody is really upfront about who they are, but Mew. Mew seems like he's hiding something. And that's all I'm going to say about it, okay? But we did establish the part that Top is now proactively pursuing Mew and asking to be his boyfriend. I mentioned in the last reaction, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that. But we're going to see what Mew said here, okay? And how these are going to unfold because now Ton has a thing going on with Nick. Okay, the cell phone repairman. So we're gonna see how that's gonna go for these two. You know, it was getting hot and heavy. Ray most likely will have a thing with Sand because like that man is pretty amazing. And on top of that, Ray was really out of pocket with Sand last episode, and they kind of reconciled towards the end. But I feel like Ray could do more. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, y'all, that's my little recap of the events of episode 1 and my thoughts on the characters from what we were presented in episode 1. And we're going to get straight into this reaction. We're just going to do our patron shout out for this channel. So the patron shout out does go out to Genoviva, and I want to thank you so much for being a patron on the Patreon and for supporting the channel as well. And also a big shout out to the YouTube subscribers as well, y'all, because your support is so very much appreciated. I do appreciate all the likes and the comments, and of course you for being a subscriber. And if you're watching this on YouTube and you have yet to subscribe to the channel, do not forget to do so. But y'all, without further ado, we are going to get into Only Friends episode 2. And for those on YouTube, this is a shortened version of my reaction to episode 2 of Only Friends. You can find the full version of my episode 2 reaction to this particular show on my Patreon, and it will be linked to the description box. But no, it is behind a paywall. Episode 1 is not. It is public. Y'all can watch that one, but episode 2 and beyond will be behind a paywall. I just wanted to let y'all know it is short on YouTube because again, I do not know how to get permission from GMMTV to react to their shows in full on YouTube. I cannot find the form. I have been through so many Reddit pages and I cannot find the form. So I'm like, and I heard it's a Google Doc, and I'm like, and I don't know how that works. So I'm just like, okay, for now, I'm just going to cut it on YouTube until I get some instructions, okay? Because I really don't know about that. And I'm not trying to have them block the whole videos, y'all. So there's that. But I am reacting. You'll see what I can put on YouTube, on the YouTube channel. And the patrons on Patreon will see the full version in full effect, y'all. But yeah, without further ado, we are going to get straight into this reaction here. Let's go. Thank you. Okay. Like, me and Sam are on the same page because it is giving tacky. Okay? It is giving tacky. It's like public marriage proposals. Y'all don't come for me in the comments, okay? Like, it's the fact that you are pretty not sure about how they feel to where you gotta make it a public event. This should be between us. Do not propose to me publicly. Do not ask me to be your girlfriend or your wife or your future wife in public. This is between us. I don't like being put out on the spot. I don't like being the center of attention like that. I'm like, sir, respectfully, why? Okay, yeah, like, this is the stuff of TV shows and movies. We're in real life. Don't put me on the spot like that. In public. You know I don't like that. Introvert for a reason. Don't play like this in my face.
ก็อยากได้เคยคบไม่เกิน3 เดือนจริงเหรอวะ
Was
ทำไมอ่ะ
was the last person that Top was with for 3 months Ton? Or what? Why does Ton have all this intimate knowledge of Top? You see why you can't be intermingling in the sexual nature with people in your friend group? Because it's gonna get tangled.
เบื่อมั้งคนอย่างมัน
Poor Ray, out here day drinking. Don't take that personally, Ray. He sees you in a platonic way.
แต่กูเตือนไว้ก่อนนะ
I think Top is peeping that Ray
สวยจันก็หายไปไหนไม่รู้
likes me. What? So San and Nick are gonna
มี
become
ปัญหาอะไรกูปะล่ะ
roommates. Oh, this is gonna get interesting.
ก็มีบ้าง
Oh, this is gonna be crazy. Oh, them as roommates. I don't know if we ready for that. The shenanigans. He's trying to come up from the rear.
ท็อป
Check your sides. Check your sides.
ท็อป
Oh, I knew he. Okay, see, I said check your rear. What'd I say?
เอาจริงๆวันนั้นเราอายนะที่ชอบขอเราเป็นแฟนกลางร้านเราไง
Love that for him.
แล้วก็ไม่โกหกกันแค่นั้นแหละครับ
That secret about him and Ton? I mean, he gonna need to come clean about that history. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, he kind of ate that little bit right there. That's all I'm gonna say. He kind of called you out on your mess, Ray.
มาเที่ยวเฉยๆครับ
Wait, does San work at the
ครับ
this club? Is he one of the dancers? Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
เดี๋ยววันนี้พี่เอนเตอร์เทนน้องเอง
กูจะขาย
Is that the only person he know?
มึงก็เรื่องของกูนี่กูขายแล้วบวยใครจะไปรู้กับมึงอ่ะ
Messing up his whole booze operation because you want to be nosy. Ray, just admit that the obsession for this man is attraction and call it a day. That's all.
นึง
Okay, he making it higher. Oh, Ray is so interested in this
เที่ยวอยู่
man.
อ่ะเล่นน้ำไม่ได้ถึงก็จ่ายสดนะ
So ever since they hooked up, have they just been continuously hooking up? Because that's what it's giving. They seem used to each other at this point. So, I mean, I would feel better about these two as a couple if I didn't know Ton was proactively still pursuing Top in a way.
เดี๋ยวรอว่าไอหยองลูกเฮกิมหัวกูหยิกเหมือนมูหยองอ่ะกว่ากูจะโมดิฟายตัวเองได้ขนาด
He should have kept his curly hair, but sometimes them beauty standards will have you perming and frying your hair until it doesn't grow anymore. You have to shave it all off to regrow it. So I hope that if Nick does have curly hair, he gets back to it because it probably would have looked real cute on him.
แต่กูคงใช้เวลาแหละมั้ง
What does that mean? Oh, it's not been fermented long enough.
นี่แบบมึงอ่ะคงไม่ชอบของแบบกูหรอกแม่มึงอ่ะ
Did Ray's father or himself have something to do with it? This is looking suspicious. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting he is a singer here. So of course he would be excited about certain artists being in his musical collection.
แบบนี้กูชอบ
Don't we all, sir? This man is so relatable to me. Son, come on now. But he's starting to see this man in a new light. The way you looking at Ray, I see the gears in your head turning. Oh, look at her. Okay. The girls with the girls. I love it. Like Drake said, girls love girls, and that's on period. It's Ton and Ray being completely disliking him for that comment. I'm like, ooh. Oh no. But I ain't gonna lie, he did get in that water real good and real fast, okay? So I can't even hate on top for that. Because he was making sure the girls were safe. And I'm like, that is a good quality in a man, even if he is a bit of a player. I gotta put some respect on his name. Ton. I'm gonna need you to stop trying to hook up with your friend's boyfriend, or soon-to-be boyfriend. It's just embarrassing for him at this point. Ton. Can you not? What were they doing in the photo booth? Oh, each other. Never mind. Should have really put that together. It's just not okay. Like, this is seriously not okay, y'all. Okay, and I'm like, and I really, really want to root for Ton. Okay? I really do. But why would you introduce this man to your friend, Mew? And then when you know that he's proactively pursuing a relationship with Mew, why are you still trying to hook up with him? And on top of all of this, why is Top entertaining Ton? Because y'all wasn't in the shower together for a short period of time. It wasn't like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. Y'all was in there for a couple of, like 10, 20. You know, like, you want Mew, but why is you still letting Ton think that he can with you? It's saying stop, but not really meaning it. And not really doing anything to get yourself out of this situation. Like, sir, Top, I need you to stand up. If you really want Mew, you need to stand up, get out that shower. Okay? You shouldn't have even let Ton in the shower with you in the first place. But that's another story. I'm just... See, I told y'all I didn't want Mew to say yes to Top. Because I knew he was going to be on his dumb shit. And I just really wanted him to be better, but he's just not yet proving that he is. He's not a changed man yet. But it is only episode 2, but still, like, look at you out here using Nick as your Top replacement in your Calvin Kleins. I will not be distracted. Y'all, not Nick lying. Not him lying, because you can already tell, because Mark is such a phenomenal actor, okay, that Nick is really starting to fall for Ton. But Ton is still obsessing over Top. As we have seen in the scene before the one we just saw with Mew and Top. He's not over that man. And the fact that he's playing with Nick, and I know that Ton can read people, he knows that Nick is not the type to not take it seriously. And you can't play with these type of people who are going to take your actions, especially your sexual actions with them, more seriously than you are. Because it's going to hurt them more than it's going to hurt you in the end. And I really want Nick to not lie to himself and not lie about how he feels, just so he can keep this thing going. I'm just hoping that Nick puts himself first if this starts to go south. That's what I'm hoping. That's really what I'm hoping. Ray, you are attracted to this man, whether you want to admit it or not. This man is a menace. He like, I ain't putting her in this position with this man, and he knew that he would tell her to leave. Ray, you are a master manipulator, because he knew that he would do that. He didn't mean what he said. This man is something else. And the fact that Son knew he was drunk already, I'm like, he ain't lying about that. And that's on period. Okay, we love a confident king. Come on now. The both of you, you know? Y'all know what you can pull. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so that is kind of like making sense as to why he's always in the company of other people, especially at night. And he like uses sex as a way of basically making his body tired enough to where it's easier for him to fall asleep because of his insomnia. Okay, so that kind of is making more sense than him just being a player for no reason. Like he's a player with a purpose. He's trying to sleep
มาไม่
and
ไหน
feel good at the same time, I guess. 2 for 1.
หลังจากนั้นเราก็เลยนอนคนเดียวไม่ได้
Oh.
ในหัวมันตลอดเวลาว่าจะเกิดเรื่องอะไรขึ้นตอนที่เราหลับเราจะตายไปคนเดียว
What? It's a valid fear for a child to have. And him being an adult that probably never really got therapy for that event, it makes sense that his childhood trauma still follows him into adulthood, to where he honest to God believes it.
เรา
Oh, sir, if you only knew what he was doing in that shower with your friend. Never mind, I ain't even gonna get into this. Because he keep his secrets.
มึงกูสนแค่ว่าถ้ากูคุยกันถูกใจกูว่าไป
Did Sam just say he's pansexual? He said, I don't have a type. Oh, I love the pansexual representation because we don't really get to see it. Oh, but I love this. I love the representation here. That's all I'm gonna say. I just had a comment on that right quick. Oh, okay, that was an interesting scene. I don't think I ever seen a kiss scene with the smoke billow like that. That was kind of giving art a little bit.
เพื่อนนะ
Okay.
อย่าให้เรารู้สึกไปมากกว่านั้นของแบบเนี้ยมันก็เหมือนเล่นกับไฟอะแหละ
Y'all, this episode right here had a lot of details, okay? It's like Mew is really, I still think that Mew is going to be the one that's going to shock everybody the most. But the way that Boston, aka Tun, and Top were behaving this episode was not okay. That shower incident is not okay because obviously Top likes to entertain Tun in the things that he does. And that's perfectly fine when Top is single. But now Top is trying to pretend like and publicly declare you're interested in Mew and that you're saying he's your boyfriend or your soon-to-be boyfriend. And you're out here entertaining Tun. And then the episode 3 glimpse, it might be that infamous car scene we saw from the trailer, and that was definitely Tun and Top in that car, out here going at it. So I'm like, but Top like Mew so much, but you out here entertaining Tun. And then also Tun, you know, I get that you like Top, but you should have never introduced him to your friend if you knew that you liked him. What is the purpose? What is the reason? Because now you can mess up not only your relationship with Mew, you can get yourself hurt and you can mess up your relationship with Nick. Because we all can see that Nick likes you way more than a friend. And he's waiting for you to feel the same. But if he finds out that you had a thing with Top and you're still proactively pursuing him, he's going to feel like he's second rate and not your actual choice and a replacement for Top, which he kind of is at this point in time. And I'm just like, come on now, Tun. And then we have Ray and his unrequited like, I don't want to call it love from you, his unrequited like for him. And Sand and Ray hitting it off this last episode. And can I say that First and Cowtown deserve all of their flowers for that ending scene? Because it was giving art. Like, I don't know how they made a kissing scene seem artful in a way, and like an intimate, sensual, sexual scene seem art in a way, but they did that. They did that. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. And last but not least, you know, Force and Book always come with the chemistry for their characters of Top and Mew, but something about Mew that I don't think is being revealed yet. Okay, now we have the added confessionals this episode, so maybe we'll get a little bit more. But the biggest issue here is that Ton and Top need to be honest about how they feel about one another. And if Top is sure about Mew, he needs to quit entertaining Ton. That's it and that's all. Quit entertaining this man. Quit letting him be doing things to you, kissing all up on you, kissing on your neck, feel it all on your naked body in the showers. I'm like, I wouldn't do that with somebody that I'm not actively entertaining. You know, and I'm claiming to like somebody else. I'm like, you know, that's like me claiming to like a man. And, you know, I'm out here trying to, you know, let him pursue me or me pursuing him, whatnot. And I'm out here with a man I used to hook up with in the showers. Who is going to believe that I'm really interested in this man I'm saying I'm interested in? Nobody. No, we're not believing it. We're not buying it. Top needs to show himself approved, and he has not yet done that. And until he does, I don't want him and Mew together. Even though I think that Mew might be the worst of them all, I don't want them together. Until he gets his shit together. Until he gets his mind made up. Quit acting like you love Mew. Quit telling him intimate parts about your life. And you still out here wanting to have sex with Ton, who is Mew's friend. I mean. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna stop at this point, okay? I'm gonna stop my ranting. But, you know, this show, I already knew it was gonna be a mess. But damn. And it's only gonna get even crazier next week. Y'all, I don't know if I'm ready for this, but y'all, that is my reaction to Only Friends episode 2. I had a lot of things to say, y'all. Hopefully the video ain't too long, but y'all know it's gonna do what it do. That's my honest reaction. But yeah, y'all, if you have stayed until the end of this video, I want to thank you so much for watching. If you're watching this video on YouTube, and you are a subscriber, thank you so much for being a subscriber, and I really do appreciate your support. If you're watching this on YouTube and you have yet to subscribe to the channel, do not forget to do so. And if you're watching this video on Patreon, I want to thank you so much one more time for being a patron on the Patreon. Again, your support is so very much appreciated. And until next time, y'all, I will see y'all in the next reaction. Bye.